Hey, what is up everybody? So we are here to talk about a new souvenir promotion happening with geocaching. Actually, it seems like there's going to be 4 souvenirs happening over the next 4 months. So let's go ahead and break those down. Let's talk about the one that's going to be happening first, and then we'll discuss the next couple ones and what I think might be included in them, and I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. But first, let's start and talk about these new promotions. Alright, so this new promotion is called You Might Be a Geocacher If. And then there's going to be different categories. The first one is Adrenaline Junkie. And then after that is the Caching Connoisseur, followed by the Social Butterfly, and then lastly the Trackable Lover. So the first one is the Adrenaline Junkie, and what you gotta do is you have to earn 50 points from September 3rd until October 1st, and then the times frames differ depending on what time zones you're in, so just, you know, make sure you get it within those time frames. You will utilize your Friends League page, but just like any of the other previous souvenir things we've done in a while, your friends mean nothing on there. They get you nothing. So even if they find these caches and get the points, you get nothing from them. But it's okay. Your friends are on there to give you some encouragement, so if they see you slacking, they can poke you a little and be like, hey, you doing okay? You need some help? You need to get out there and find some caches? Let's go find some caches. Or, you know, if they don't live near you, I guess they could just say, get your butt off the couch, go find some caches. So anyway, so how it works is, again, 50 points. That seems like a lot, but when I break it down here, guys, it actually seems incredibly obtainable. And I know some people already are probably like, this is too easy. Yeah, it might be. It might be too easy, right? But this is all in fun. You just want to get people out there and geocache. Alright, so let's break down how the scoring begins. I'll pop it right up here on the screen for you guys to see. Alright, so if you find a geocache with less than 10 favorite points, you get 5 points. If you find a geocache with 10 or more favorite points, that is worth 10 points. So then what you can also do is you take that geocache and you take the difficulty rating and you times that by 2. You can take the terrain rating and also multiply that by 2, and those will be additional points towards that find. Other ways you can earn some points is attending an event is worth 5 points. Dropping a trackable will be worth 3 points. So as a disclaimer, the most you can earn on any cache find is 30 points. You heard me, 30. I said you only had to get 50 in, like, you know, it's not quite a month. It's almost a month, but yeah. There's one type of cache you can find that will give you 30 points right out the gate, and that's more than half of what you need. So in order to do that, you need to find a geocache that has more than 10 favorite points, is a difficulty 5, and a terrain 5. Yeah, okay. You might not find a lot of those where you're at, or maybe you've already done them. If you do happen to do that, then you are a true adrenaline junkie, and you just busted out 30 points right there. Alright, so let's break down why I think this is going to be super obtainable for a lot of people. So I was just looking through my own geocaching statistics, and the most common cache difficulty and terrain that I happen to find is a 1.5, 1.5. So with that being said, how that breaks down is, no matter what geocache I find, we'll just assume it doesn't have enough favorite points. I just go find a geocache that is on an average 1.5, 1.5. So 5 points for the find. That 1.5 multiplied by 2 turns into 3 points, and then the I don't know what I was talking about. We'll say the terrain was 1.5, and then the difficulty is also 1.5, so it's another 3 points. So if you're following me, that's 5 plus 3 plus 3, which equals 11. So I got 11 points already just from one cache. I'm already more than a fifth of the way done off of one cache. So this is why I'm saying this is incredibly obtainable. So basically, I just have to find 5 caches from, what did I say, September 3rd to October 1st, around those, that difficulty and terrain, and I've got the souvenir. Say hypothetically, you go for the easiest possible, and it's only a 1-1 at most. So this is, if I'm determining this right, no matter what cache you find, no matter what it is, even if you attend an event, it's probably just going to be a 1-1. You're gonna get 9 points right there. Unless I'm doing the math wrong or I'm not understanding this correctly, it seems like you will automatically get 9 points minimum on any geocache you find or event you attend. And then of course if you log it, or what is it? What about the track? Or if you drop a trackable, that's another 3 points, right? So yeah, again, seems super obtainable. So if you are looking at 9 points minimum, then if my math is right, you only have to find about 6 caches. So again, guys, not that hard. It doesn't require us to do too much traveling to bang that out. Most of you guys will easily probably do that in a day. And I know some people are probably upset because you're like, what kind of challenge is this? Well, I don't know what's going to come from this challenge to the next one. I don't know if they're going to get increasingly more difficult. But my guess is, you know, each one of these seems to have a name, and that's why the points correspond with the name. So Adrenaline Junkie, more than likely, I'm assuming they kind of want you to aim more towards maybe more difficult type geocaches, whether it's terrain, maybe I was thinking more terrain, but I don't know. I mean, obviously the higher the terrain, the more points you can get, but also the same with the difficulty, you get more points. And those of you that, you know, this is way too easy for me, and it's not going to stop you from geocaching the way you do anyway. You're still going to go out and do it, and now you just get a souvenir to go along with it. This actually may encourage people that, you know, are in a little bit of a lull, or not really geocaching as much as they used to, maybe to get back out there again, because ultimately that's what we want to do, is continue to keep people actively out there geocaching, and maybe have people hide more geocaches and stuff like that. And one of these ones on here, which again we'll talk about, the trackable one, that's always one of my favorites when they add things with trackables. So like even for this one, the first month you get 3 points for dropping off a trackable. I love things like that because I need a reminder sometimes. As much as I love trackables, I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes hold on to them longer than intended. Mostly my own though. But this encourages me. It's like, oh yeah, get that trackable dropped off, get some points, get it moving. So, and then I also will see my trackables moving a lot during these promotions. So I love when HQ does stuff like this and adds points for moving a trackable, because it really starts to encourage people to start moving those things. Okay, so hopefully you guys kind of understand what's expected of the Adrenaline Junkie. If you are able to earn the Adrenaline Junkie and the other 3 to follow the next month, then you will become the ultimate geocacher. So I'm assuming maybe there's a 5th souvenir for that. So let's go over what the other ones are going to be. And again, I'd like to hear what your opinion below is. I don't think they've announced what the point system's going to be like, or what you're going to have to do for these next other ones, but you know, I have my own ideas and I would love to hear you guys. So the next one, which I'm assuming would be starting immediately after the Adrenaline Junkie one, is a caching connoisseur. Based on that, my guess is and oh, by the way, so talking about these, it may help you determine if you want to save certain caches for some of these other ones, so you're not driving as far, right? So for example, a caching connoisseur to me is probably going to be more points depending on the variety of caches you find. So if maybe that one's going to have some virtuals or some multis or something like that, and that's where you get your points at. So if you were going to try to get some of those to bang out some points for the Adrenaline one, I mean, obviously you can play however you want, but you might want to keep that in mind, because it might be more beneficial to save that for one of these future months. But again, I'm just guessing, right? These could come out and I could be completely off on what they're going to be looking for. But that's my guess. So I guess a caching connoisseur is probably going to be the type and variety related, something beyond the traditional. I don't know. After that, the following month, we're going to have a social butterfly. My guess is events. Oh my god, I hope that, I mean, I feel bad for people that will live in areas where there's not a lot of events. I don't really know what to say about my area. They tend to fall on days where I'm working, so I'm gonna have to take off work just to achieve this. But I'm sure geocaching will think of other ways to become a social butterfly, where I can also get points even if there's not a whole lot of events in my area. Because I think some, like, even though there are some in my area that just kind of fall in areas or times of days and days of the week that I can't attend, some of you are probably like, haven't seen events in months in your area, and that really wouldn't be fair. But then again, maybe this will encourage people to set up a bunch of events, including myself. I haven't done one yet. I'm gonna completely admit that I have not ran an event myself yet. Too nervous, too scared. There's always that fear that nobody's gonna show up, but then again, I'm still gonna get the points anyway, right? Anyway, all right. So, and then the last one for the final month to round out the 4th month is a trackable lover. Again, I don't know what they're gonna do with this one, but obviously it should involve something with trackables. So whether it is retrieving, dropping. I don't know if you'll get any for discovering. That's probably almost too cheap. Either way, I'm excited to find out what the trackable one is. I love trackables, and I've got quite a few myself that I've been meaning to drop off, and I'm probably gonna maybe hold on to find out what that one means, unless of course I come into a bunch more, then I'll move what I can. But I do want to kind of hang on to some of them until then, just to see what's gonna be. Ooh, what if the social butterfly one required you to instead of drop a trackable, you had to hand it to somebody? Because I know that that's one of the options. You can retrieve a trackable from a person. I know people can cheat about that too. Like, you can just tell a friend, like, hey, retrieve this, I'm just gonna retrieve it back off you. I know there's gonna be cheating. Well, I don't know, do you want to call it cheating, or do you want to call it just the loophole or whatever? Again, people are gonna play the game however they want, and it is what it is. I just hope that, you know, as long as nobody gets hurt, I don't care. You know, it's all in fun. And with the trackables, you know, just don't lose anybody's things, man. Like, just pick them up, move them how you got to, and, you know, do your best to try to keep them as part of the game as long as you can. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to talk about the new upcoming souvenir promotion. I can't wait to see what all the souvenirs are going to look like. And I just wanted to have a video about it in case you want to wear. Now you are. So get out there and do some geocaching, and let me know below what you think each one of those categories is going to be. And what's your game plan to do the Adrenaline Junkie? Maybe you'll do it with 2 caches, right? 2 difficulty 5s, terrain 5s, and something with over 5 or 10 favorite points. Really tough challenge for you. But then again, those would probably be worth it. Think about it. A 5-5? That's going to be an experience. Even so, you know, heck, I would not complain about doing 2 5-5s with over 10 favorite points, getting that souvenir just based on that alone. It's got to be a really fun experience. So good luck, everybody, with your souvenir journey, and maybe I'll see some of you out there around the area, and you know, we'll talk to you next month when we find out more about the next souvenir. Alright guys, bye.